Hi collective, let's go ahead and start us off with some deep breaths. Hydration, hydrating ourselves at this time to keep in mind. I feel calm, confident, and powerful. I feel ready to face challenges. I feel motivated to pursue my purpose. I am ambitious and capable. I forgive myself for past mistakes and I learn from them. I have an emphasis on regret, number 33. The only thing I need to control is how I respond to situations. I can create. An affirmation for us, number 44. I attract money easily into my life. I naturally attract money into my world. I am a money magnet. Money is drawn to me. Today, I intend to attract prosperity, abundance. An affirmation for prosperity and abundance, having emphasis on Krishna, Lord Ganesh, and Krishna. We are jumping into another topic here. Collective, this is a reading on relationships and where we have been in relationships. And surprisingly, because I am not one to do a reading on relationships so much, then I do tapping into different energies, number 44. Heavy emphasis on perception here, where we have been on relationships collectively, tapping into the energy. Heavy emphasis on perception, this perceived notion on how a relationship should be like, a false notion on the role of a mother, a female, and the false notion of a role of a father, a male. Confused about how we should be in a relationship. That's the energy that's coming through. I feel like there's a lot of energy, 3 of Swords energy, hurt, pain, heartbreak, resentment, and even regret that's coming up in this reading. This false notion on what a mother's role, should look like, and what a mother's role is like, as opposed to a father's role. In this case, the energy that I'm getting, roles could be reversed. That we live in a different world. We live in 2025. Roles could be reversed. It isn't how it used to be. Heavy emphasis on hydration, you guys. Collective, this has been about putting our energy in the wrong places with people, missing the right opportunities with the right people. And I feel like that's coming from you first having to deceive something about yourself. You first having to neglect something about yourself. This is the energy that's coming through, and it's beautiful. It's coming down to being more honest with yourself, collective, when it comes to your behavioral patterns and your thinking patterns in a relationship. Okay, and hear me and resonate with this if this is something for you. This has also been about giving our heart to the wrong people and our energy to the wrong people, because our energy is our money, right? Our energy is our currency. I feel like for most of us right now, I have Calvin Harris in the background. It's getting me all excited. Heavy emphasis on music festivals. Okay. Pool parties, and I'm hearing drinking. To be careful, okay, and where you are with drinking. Where was I? Sorry, I got distracted. Right, higher unusual calling. This came up for me earlier when I was pre-shuffling on the collective's energy, that a lot of you guys are stepping into feeling a lot of higher receptivity and even a higher level of consciousness. Okay. This is rooted and deeply rooted in the inner work that you've put in. It's like you going into work and clocking in and stamping in, right? And it just keeps on coming. Okay. The inner work that you put in is now in this season really showing up for you. Prosperity, right? It's really showing up. It's like your hard work is now paying off slowly, and you now having to put this baggage down slowly at the same time. For some of you, you're having a lot of problems on your back, your lower back to be specific. This is a relationship reading, okay, you guys, but I feel like there's some details that needs to be tended to, okay? An energy that just came through, okay? Coming back to what I was saying, that your energy is your currency. Therefore, what you are integrating for yourself, you keep for yourself, and to be careful in who you're sharing it with. For a lot of you, this money is coming in for you to invest in your new business, a new project that will eventually become profitable for you. And this is going to help you in the long run in your future and really helping you save up. Okay, thank you, Spirit, for bringing that to my heart. For a lot of you as well, as you are integrating and being more conscious and at a level of consciousness, for some of our females, divine feminines, you are very much triggering a lot of masculines at this time, in the time of integration. You too are being careful with that. Again, putting your energy in the right places and not in the wrong places. This time around, you're being more self-aware, pulling up a card for that. A lot of investments coming in, and this is also in terms of investing in your relationship, investing in new relationships, collective, right? This could be not only in terms of you having to invest in a relationship, but investing in yourself and finding the relationship, meeting each other in the middle, 808. Reminding you that this is a relationship reading. You have connected, came into union with something about yourself here, collective. This is a heavy message that's coming through. And you are now sharing all of that energy. And note, okay, that the more calm that you are, the more your body is relaxed, the more of the answers come through. The more of the answers naturally come through for you. I feel like that was a long intro to this reading, okay, about relationships. Because when we become so filled, okay, ourselves, I'm trying to decide which deck to use. When we become so filled and you have given yourself that time to reflect, okay, 913. Ooh, I love that. Exactly, thank you. I keep coming back to this card, grounded, okay? When you keep choosing you, in the moment when you choose you, let's say, for example, that you're invited out, okay? And you just so happen to choose to just stay with yourself and to just stay in and enjoy the space to yourself, with yourself. How much you become grounded and how much more answers come to you, that is a very heavy, specific message. Okay. Coming back to self-reflection, how much you gain for yourself. you then start to realize who you truly are, separated from the rest, and not getting so confused and getting influenced, okay, by others' actions, behaviors, and intentions. You now have the self-awareness in how you are able to choose your own response to people, places, and things, and response to the world. When you have given that time to yourself going in, you cancel out deceit because you now have self-awareness of yourself, not deceiving yourself. Perception. Coming back to what I was saying about perception. And the intro just keeps going. Okay, I digress. So now you having to come into an understanding with somebody else, coming in the middle, meeting in the middle, excuse me, I'm getting meet cute, 1111, meeting in the middle. Perfect alignment that is happening here. A celebration. Okay. You want to get to that point. A celebration for some of you guys. Something is coming into fruition here. This is canceling out deceit. Perhaps you resisting to this change because you know from experience the deceit and the betrayal that you experienced, that you were too afraid to jump into another relationship. It's like we were put in this place in our mind, delusionments, 1212, clouded, okay, by other people's judgments, opinions about what a relationship is like. You know, this can also be in terms collective, and hear me when I say and follow me, that this could be in terms of, you know, choosing societal standards and what the standards look like for you in your daily life, how you're living your life. Everybody has their own system created, that not everybody is living the same lifestyle. A lot of us millennials were put in a place in our mind, this delusionment that a female and a male coming together, a prince and a princess coming together, that fairy tale type of story. How long we were in that mentality, brainwashed into thinking that that is what it really is in reality, 1313, when in fact it's all a perception, right? It's all of what we know and what to believe. Heavy emphasis on your beliefs. For a lot of us, this is also coming back to honoring tradition, traditional weddings, if you will. This is coming back to religion, and it's beautiful. I just keep picturing like flowers just blooming everywhere in all direction. Right? It's like something that you see in a fairy tale, something that you see in a fairy tale movie, something that you see perhaps at a wedding, right? You see all around you celebration, glee, happy, bliss. That's the energy that's coming through. We were put in, brainwashed for so long in this delusionment that a male and a female, male and male relationship is supposed to look this way, have been categorized. But the internal work for both parties and having to work a relationship is far greater than we all know to believe. It's an inner alchemy, hard work on both parties. Sometimes having that space apart, societal standards at a very specific age, you have to be married at a very specific age. A lot of us authentics, living a lifestyle, you know, being constantly judged about your age and you living a certain lifestyle because of your age. This time around, what's happening here, collective, is that whatever transit it was that had made an impact on our imagination, if you will, our subconscious, and whatever it is that we're filling with our mind, consciousness, bottom of the deck, and what you have been overindulging at the same time, collective, okay? You now having to be in a place of discipline. I'm following the rhythm here, and a lot more discipline. And instead giving your heart to the wrong people, instead of giving your energy to people, it's coming back in and being conscious about your inner alchemy. Understanding yourself in your process, collective. It's like there's more, you gain so much more self-respect. You gain so much more honor for yourself. Therefore, going into a relationship, coming together with somebody else, honoring them. I'm getting this energy right now that we have to remind ourselves that a person comes in depth, that even also a woman's flesh is more than just a flesh, right? That's the energy that's coming through right now. Each and every single one of us is transitioning, creating a new identity for ourselves. Perhaps one that is being rejected, and rejected a lot at this time. For some of y'all, I feel like we're getting into deep here. For some of y'all, okay, yes, past relationships are trying to come through again, trying to come in again. Past relationships, perhaps, maybe even like haunting you in your dreams. I don't want to get into that too much, but it's this energy of they're realizing, whomever it was that you were associated with, whoever it was that you were in a situation with, okay, they're realizing now the betrayal and the deceit they put themselves in with you, and getting you involved in making you the target of choice. They have this awareness. In the middle of a transit, something just shifted inside of them. A tower moment. Perhaps they had seen something that reminded them of you, and then took you back to that place again. They are now becoming aware of what they had done to you, collective, and take it as it resonates and flip it if you need to, but heavy emphasis on deceit and betrayal. It has been a battle, a war, also in our minds, and how we are also untangling ourselves from generational burdens, right? Generational curses. We are also learning and waking up to our own generational patterns, and so that becomes detrimental, weighed down in a relationship when both people are coming in carrying a lot of that weight, a lot of that baggage. You know, I think in terms of relationships, when it comes to relationships collectively, what we've been going through, I'm getting the last 5-10 years, what we've alchemized here is complete, I don't want to say it. I've seen this post and I am reminded again of it, and it just came back to me. I've seen this post and it said that probably the reason why depression has increased is because we don't know how to love each other. Loneliness and yes, that's what it was. Sorry, loneliness has increased because we don't know how to love. We don't know how to love ourselves. We have completely forgotten to nourish our soul. Coming back to the more calm, the more you get answers. Grounded. I feel like this reading has now become a reading about a relationship, about the self. Not so much a relationship with anybody, but has become like a reading about you coming into union with you before entering a real committal relationship. Ooh, I'm telling you, the past is like reminded of you. Perhaps maybe even like seeing your essence being felt places and all kinds of corners and stuff. Forgive them. That's a message for somebody. Forgive them. A lot of us are feeling regrets. I'm going to tap into that energy. Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, where's regret coming from? I also have full moon. And that's calling out to me very, very specifically. Before I went into this reading, I had a moment where I felt like I wanted to cry. 22, 33. Actually, twice I felt that I wanted to cry. Like I just felt like I needed to just like let it out. But I held it back. Okay. You know, this for some could be somebody's loss and another's gain. The Wheel of Fortune, King of Wands. What you give is what you get, collective. It's only fair. Thank you guys for tuning into another. My name is Kimber. I'll see you guys in the next. Love and peace. Take care. And happy spring, summer, sun, kiss. Okay, bye.